Hello guys, welcome. Welcome to another episode of Ripster Daily Trade Recaps and Daily Teachings. Before we start, just a quick disclaimer, anything we discuss is just for educational purpose, nothing is financial advice. Alright guys, been a while, did a recap, just been busy this whole month with some personal stuff. But anyways, markets continues to stay super duper bullish. All the mid caps, all the small caps keep running as long as the music lasts. Keep riding those trades, mid cap trades, these hot sectors. AMD just went crazy to the moon today on a great news. So AI sector, AI theme is still hot. Tesla gave us a nice opportunity today, so we're going to discuss that as well. So a lot to discuss today. Good start of the week, profitable start of the week. Traders in the community just killed it. I did share my ideas on X as well. Hopefully you guys followed through. So before we start, just do a quick introduction. An introduction for anybody who's new to us, new to our X account, new to our YouTube, or just a new member of our community. So we trade a repeatable system called Ripster EMA Cloud system. The system just doesn't have what I teach. It just doesn't have the clouds, but it also has a lot of things which I teach, the concepts that I teach daily, day in and day out on our on my X account, on our Tenet group account. This system is being used by thousands of traders all across the world to trade consistently. Thousands of traders are using it. I've been teaching this for almost eight years now. You can go to ripstereducation.com to check it. Anyways, we trade this in our community as well, one of the largest online trading community, live trading community right now. So we make a plan. System is how you trade, setup is what you trade. So to trade that setups, we make a plan. We do a pre-market planning. We have a pre-market planning that we do every day, every morning. I'm live. I'm on the screen share in the pre-market, making the plan with my team, and to make a plan for the day. We have earning plays, we have technical setups, we have index stocks, we have upgrade, downgrades. We have a lot of those setups which we make a plan for, based on a support levels, resistance level, and we have initial game plan. Initial game plan is a general plan which can if our system sticks with that, we stick with it. If the system says change your bias, we change it. So that's one of the plays we select. We also do something called day 2 day 3 strategy. Our day 2 day 3 strategy is another repeatable strategy that I did a free webinar as well for the traders there as well. So we will talk about these many setups, for example Tesla, which was great on last week on this strategy. We also share the levels for the ETFs. We make a levels for the ETFs, the Mag 7, the Magnificent 7, the most liquid names. We also trade crypto stocks. We trade all the crypto stocks whenever Bitcoin is going crazy. Last week was a great example when we traded these crypto stocks, which were really solid movers for us. We also trade futures. I provide these levels to the traders in the pre-market using a Ripster EMA Cloud system or MTF system. Traders can trade those futures level as well. Not every day will be a perfect setup. That's something I teach. There will be days which will be amazing trend days, and there will be days which will be choppy days. But you don't really have to do too much, and you just have to be patient and let the system work for you. Right. Apart from that, I'm on voice as the market opens. I'm on the voice. I'm on the live screen, guiding the traders through the market, sharing trade ideas, anything I like, guiding them live on the voice, and also sharing anything they have to long, target, stops, just following our game plan. We have winners, we have losers. Most of time we are doing pretty good. Like today, we'll recap it. Thousands of traders are on our trading floor sharing trade ideas all day long, trying to help small losers, big winners. We have multiple tools in our community. We have 3 option flow scanners, stock scanner, breaking news alerts, audio breaking news. We have halt, unhalt. We have order flows. We have a lot of tools which are $500, $600 worth of tools which are free for traders to use in the community, entirely free. And our scanners, which are the best scanners in the market. We have live screen share, and we have the audio scanner stock alerts as well to find those opportunities to trade in the market. We heavily focus on the day trades and small time trades right now, but we will be launching our long-term swing investment branch, educational branch as well pretty soon. Anyways, that was a quick recap, and let's start with a quick introduction. Let's start with today's recap. So I'm going to start with Tesla. The reason I want to start with Tesla, we have had trades on Tesla for last 3 days, successful trades. Although this morning long didn't work for us, but the beauty of the system, which I'm going to show you now, starting from Thursday, Friday to today, how our Ripster EMA Cloud system tells us, when is a long, when is a short, all that, right? So let's go back to first. Let's look at what the plan we had for let's take a look here. Yeah, let's look at plan for Thursday, right? So if we want to go to Thursday, Tesla was pretty strong. The deliveries grew 7.4%. 464 was support, 480 was resistance. This was our plan. We made a plan, told the traders that be cautious of the amateur move. If it breaks out, we'll look for the all-time highs. So Tesla had been running prior to that, and we were long on it for a long time. So let's take a look on this recap here on Tesla from Thursdays, right? What did we do? So as you see my timestamp guidance, I told the traders to short it. Why did we short it? Because one, it's been running for a few days. It was getting close to 500 resistance. Also, it was a sell the news, right? So we did a short scalps right at the open with the stops at our open price, and we showed right here 467.50. stops are right here. As it started to break down, we move our stops down. We moved our stops to 468, and then we just held all day. This is a Ripster Cloud 10-minute chart. 30 for 50, first targets MTF, and you can see that my timestamp guidance, I told the traders 44.55 and MTF target held, and did tell the traders that we're still short and just hold your shorts, and we put a stops at 450 to 450 all day long. We got almost got a $30 per share profit. If you're risking $500, that was over $3,000 you could make, and options was even a bigger trade for the traders there. So you see that was a day one short for us, with the system, and you can see the timestamp guidance here. So let's look at the next day. What we were doing on the next day. So next day was our on Friday. So Friday was a huge play. Again, we traders were looking to see that it bounces. Is it going to bounce or not? But if you look here, this was a Ripster. You see that it rejected the Ripster MTF clouds. I went tweeted about it. As soon as it rejected the MTF clouds, I told the traders short scalp, use the stops of 448. We failed the MTF clouds, big rejection, still heavy. Stops moved down on the short. You see this rejection. This is where I told the traders to short it right here, 442s, and then our target was 435, and we kept rolling our options all day long. If I show you here, let's take a look here. You can see that 430 target, we bought 425 options, then we bought 420 port options, which all went like 700-800%. It was amazing trade in 2 days in a row. So we were just short, right? So everything is right here. No hindsight from me ever, but again, we had a plan on Friday as well. I showed you the plan for Thursday, but if you want to see the plan so here you can see the plan for Friday, right? Friday play, day 2 long if 440 holds, no go under 440, right? So once it did not push over 440 right here, that's when we shorted it, because it was MTF rejection. And you see in 2 days we shorted it over from 470s all the way to 460. We were $50-$60 short, right? So that was a bearish bias. Not a single person was trying to buy. We were not getting bagged buying the dips. We stayed short. On Friday we did cover here. I told the traders to cover here a little cup and handle, and it bounced, so you could make some money there. So that was a Thursday and Friday. This is how you short. And you can also always trade leverage ETFs. You can trade options. You can short shares. small sizes, right? It's sharing. If your account allows 50 shares to short, short 50. If you short 100, short 100. Whatever your account allows, that's what you're gonna short, and that's how you're gonna make that profitable trade on the short side and make a living trading Tesla. Because when our losers are small, which I will show you, but our winners are big. So let's go to the. So this was how you short with the Ripster clouds, MTF clouds, 10-minute system, and let's look at how we did it today. All right, so let's go to Tesla. What we were doing today, I will show you my timestamp guidance on Tesla as well. Initially, we longed it. So let's see. Look here. So we long Tesla right at the open. Starter size, not a big size. When I say starter size, it means if I trade 1,000 shares, I'm only trading 300 shares. If I'm trading usually 10 contracts, I'm only trading 2 contracts, right? You can always trade TSLA as well. So you see this was Tesla, which was a curling over. We were short. You see, yesterday it was under the MTF clouds. Today it was over the MTF clouds, right? Under the MTF clouds, over the MTF clouds. So that's how it shows you the power of the system, because it's over the MTF clouds. When along it, we longed it, and our target was Friday's highs. If you draw a line here, you will see that how Tesla rejected the Friday highs. You see that rejected the Friday highs, and then it pushed back. It pushed back right in the MTF clouds. We stopped out if initial morning move, because we knew if it flushed right under that, we're gonna lose a lot of money. So we took a $2 per share profit or loss on Tesla. But then came a 10 a.m. bounce. So this is a concept of 10 a.m. bounce and reclaim of MTF holds. So you get back in, you buy 445 calls and whatever you want to do it. But here's the thing, Tesla was not just a curl trade, it was also a catalyst trade. What was the catalyst? Tesla event tomorrow, with a video on social media. September car sales fell 9.4%. We don't care about that. We care about the event tomorrow. So day 3, 1 hour MTF long setup. So I told the traders in the pre-market that it's a day 3 MTF long setup. Setup void under 336, short under that, bullish buys. So you see that, 436. This is where it's bouncing from, 436. That's the level I gave, 436. It never really dropped under 436. So when this 10 a.m. call happened, the traders got long on it, and I told the traders a call long, and I told them to put the stops at 442s. You could add here your stops at 440. You can add here your stops at 442. And we moved to a 30-minute chart on Tesla, right? So you're buying 100 shares. Yeah, you're risking $200. Our target was 450. So I told the traders 450 next. We hit the 450, told the traders 450 to 50 next, we hit the 450 next. And I told the traders to swing rest of their position. So you see from that 440, 442 ads, we already made $10 per share profit with the system. Flawless system. We lost a $2 per share, but look at the trades we made. We made we made all these 3 days, we had over $60, $70 profit on the long side, on the trades. The loser was $2 per share profit. So even if you lost $200 here, you made 3,000 here, you made a couple thousand here, and on 100 shares, and you made 1,000 here. So this is how you trade Tesla for living using Ripster EMA cloud system. Also for string trading and investing, I teach you. Watch the other recaps. I called the long-term Tesla at 150 as well on my Benzinga article. You can go watch that. But this is how you trade Tesla for living. Some days Tesla will chop, some days Tesla will fail the amateur moves. You just need to know those opportunities, and when the chop happens, you need to stay away. But when big moves come on Tesla, that's when you execute, especially when there's a catalyst. So make sure you use these teachings. All right, so next one I'm going to cover is AMD, one of our big trades today. So AMD had a big news, right? If you look at the daily chart today, AMD had a really solid news, which was a partnership with OpenAI breaking. It was pushing towards the all-time high, right? So always look at your daily and weekly charts. You see that. So when something is rejecting all-time highs, you just use that risk to short it, right? Look at that. Look at this candle, right? So what was AMD doing? So AMD was rejecting the all-time highs. So AMD was rejecting the all-time highs. And as soon as that happened, as soon as I saw that, I told the traders to short it. But how did we short it? Let's take a look here. Let's go to our pre-market plan. So our pre-market plan says big gap upon the news. ATH is 227.30, long over ATH. Careful if VIX 512. Air gap below the clouds. So AMD failed the highs, could not break the pre-market highs, could not break the all-time highs. So I told the traders no long yet profit taking so far. If it breaks 512, it will be a gap and crap. So I told the traders will be a gap and crap. So you buy the puts, whatever you want to do. You want to short it a little early, risking 227. You can short it 224. But when I saw this weakness, this is where I told the traders at 942s at 220 dollars to short it. We shorted 220s. We put our stops at $1.50. Let's say 100 shares. You're risking $150, and once it flushed to 206, you made $1,400 and you just risked $150. That's how you do it. So anyways, my step-by-step guidance, I gave the 211 first target, then we moved the stops to 220. Then I told the traders you could short AMDL. That's a good leverage ETF. Then we moved our stops break even as it started to flush. We took 30% off there. Then once we break, I told the traders once we break 210, we're gonna go lower. 204, 205 was my final target. 204, 245. It bounced from 206 level. We logged 60%. When it tried to curl here, we got out, right? Because it was trying to curl. But then it failed again. Then it finally hit those 204, 205 targets I gave the traders. I did give them a stop views at 213, 40 and 212. So it was the main trade was at the open. Beautiful, and with the options as well. Beautiful 100%, couple 100% on the options as well. And you don't get such an A plus setup. This is an A plus setup. You short it, just sit back. I mean, what's the worst could happen? It could squeeze to all-time highs, you lose, but it's an A plus setup because a huge gap. There's going to be some profit taking. We know that, right? So now we watch. If AMD holds 200, we'll bounce it again. If AMD breaks 200, we're going to fill the gap again. Remember, do not forget what Oracle did. Oracle did the same thing, ran crazy, and it sold off for the days, right? And then it went and chopped around, bouncing from the daily chart. So always remember the setups, AMD gap and crap setup from ATH. And let's go to the next one. All right, so next one I want to talk about ACHR. This was our own game plan. I did a game plan to the traders and it was highlighted as a red. I always highlighted a main plays as a red. X post on Tesla logo, bullish to neutral bias, long over 12, short under 1170. But when in the morning I saw that ACHR is, we were making a joke, but it was nice setup on ACHR. Let me see if I can show you what I drew here. So this was a nice setup that I drew here. Let me go to the weekly chart. You see that? So this was a nice setup. There's the two curved bottoms, which we call it. We joke around. I said a baby bottom. So this is what I showed the traders. It was funny, but we know that once it pushes out of here, it's going to break out, and that's exactly what happened. It ran all the way for our traders in the community as well. I tweeted about it as well. Then you can see that it ran, and then the breakout from there pushed $14, and I think it was gapped up as well over to 15 in the after hours. So this is good to traders to do that. All right, so let's look at Taiwan Semi. That was one of our other trades. So this morning, because of the semiconductor news, I was watching all the semiconductors. I was right on top of all the semiconductors. I wanted to see, because there's artificial intelligence, it helps the semiconductors, AMD going. So it was good news for all semiconductors. Anything good boosting for AI is good for the whole semiconductors. So I wanted to trade any semiconductor that shows me strength. So all of the semiconductors are on my watch list. We create a semiconductor watch list. But then one I liked was Taiwan Semi, because Taiwan Semi was breaking a 300 psychological level, right? 300 psychological level, and long was versus 300 right at the open. The target I gave was 308. We almost hit our 308 target. It was a quick long in the morning, and then ran from like 301 to 302, gave us $5. We risked a couple of dollars. We made $5. It was okay. And then after 10, if something doesn't make highs after 10 a.m., it's sometimes we pull back. Lower highs, you could see that rejections. Then we got out on the rest, but that was a long at the open. Let's go to the next. So Micron was a loser for us this morning because market was heavy, right? So you see that today SPY was heavy, QQQ was heavy, which we will talk about the SPY QQQ short that we took in the morning. We talk about it. Let's actually talk about the SPY short only, then we'll look at the Micron loser. So when SPY broke down right here, that's when I told the traders SPY is a gap short, right here, and it failed from 671 to 669.50, make a little bit into the trade there, nothing crazy, and it was MTF target, right? So gap to the MTF, gap to the MTF. This air gap always fills, and that's when we covered the SPY trade. So that was our SPY short this morning. Now let's look at what happened to the Micron. Since at that time a lot of things were pulling back, tech was pulling back. So the plan on Micron was simple. Let's take a look here. So plan on Micron was the upgrade, Morgan Stanley, target 220, daily very extended. Of course, I knew daily is a little extended, but I wanted to long it over 198 and 200. So as soon as it pushes over 198 or 200, you long it, but it failed the pre-market highs. It failed the highs, and then we, closed out. We took a $2 loss on Micron, but then it did give a short from the 512s and the fade. You could short it, make some money there, but this was a long loser for us today. All right, let's quickly recap some other plays here. Lilly was our top day 2 play, top news play. Long over 845, no longs under that, and we've been killing Lilly every day, right? On Friday our lotos went crazy. We traded this breakout live. I traded live guidance in the community. Today was a long over 845. As soon as started to push, I told the traders day too long, it was a day too long working, stops at 846. We pushed 850, 856, 857, but then we had to exit off the trade when it broke this area. But you could see that you could make a $10 per share profit if you followed the pre-market planning and the guidance on that one as well. All right, so let's look at CRWV. CRWV was another one which was one of our technical setup. It was an MTF Cloud setup. So let's take a look. 1 hour MTF support. That's where there was a technical setup. If strong, trade versus 1 hour MTF. Because I was looking for semiconductors, right? I was looking for semiconductors to be bullish. And as you see that, it was holding the 1 hour MTF Cloud, and as soon as it pushed over that, it was along with pre-market highs, and it ran from 137 144. You could easily make a decent trade there on CRWV on the trade, and that's what a lot of traders were doing as well. On CRWV they did really well. CMorph did really well. Explorer was on top of it. Tony was on top of it. Hornet was on top of it. Beautiful trade. I mean, it doesn't get easier than that. There's an MTF. Semis are strong, giving you a long trade at the open. This candle stopped a lot of traders out, but that time you had locked a decent profit there on CRWV. All right, so let's look at some other trades here. There's another one that was really good, was Microsoft. Let's look at the Microsoft here. Microsoft was also on our game plan. Let's take a look here. Microsoft, the plan was profit target raised to 675 by Wells Fargo, holding 1 hour MTF, interested to long over the Friday highs. So I go off the plan, right? The pre-market interested to long over Friday highs. So I told the traders triggered long, good strength, and that was a long right here over Friday highs, 520. 525 was my target that I gave at 955. We hit our 525 target. We pulled back, and then this was called a reclaim, and 523 was stops, and it was bouncing right from that 523, and then it ran all the way to 531. Beautiful long trade on Microsoft today. We had the plan, we executed the plan. I'm really proud of this Microsoft winner as well by the traders in the community on this one. Setups, I mean, there was PLTR was a day to set up. The plan was to long over 178.50. Once it broke out 178.50, yeah, I gave you a couple 3 points. Couldn't stay over the MTF clouds. Let's look at FUTU. FUTU was a long trade on the guidance by MTrade there. The plan number one day to setup, actually, great guidance there. MTF breakout as well, and ran pretty good, right? So this was MTF, guys. This is how you use the MTF clouds. This is cheat code, the reason I teach it, so you guys can trade with the system and I'll trade randomly. Also was a 50 MTF here and the 1 hour MTF. Beautiful trade on FUTU. Well, that was beautiful. Yeah, let's go to the next one. All right, looks like we're done here. Thanks, guys.